Hey, what's going on? It's James Freel, and it's time for the James Freel Show. Moving away from my standard introduction about, it's the weekend and all that jazz. How you doing? How's it going, everyone? I'm kind of mixing it up this week. I've got a setup here for my recording that I'm not used to. It all sounds the same to you, so shouldn't really make a difference regarding the show. But, yeah, it's James Freel Show. I think, is this the third or fourth? I think it's the third week with the new introduction regarding that. Again, and I know it's been at least 3, possibly 4. I'm not sure. I think it's 3. 3 shows in which, Jeez, I'm really bad at the show already. I gotta go to my... See, I'm sitting with the, Gosh darn it. Okay, fine. You know what? This show's gonna suck already. That's fine. That's the whole purpose of this show, is if it was good at one point. I am watching number 10 seed Iowa play number 2 seed Tennessee, who I actually have in the championship game. Is it necessary for me to talk this loud? Not sure. Oh, that looks really good. 10 weird theme park. That's a good YouTuber. Theme Park Crazy. He makes some good content. The James Freel Show. I mean, that's the only. I think this is only the 3rd episode. Yeah, this is episode 65. And before I ramble any further, let's go ahead and hop into the very little structure that this show has, the news for the uninformed. So, our top story. Robert Mueller has submitted his report to the deputy sheriff. No, the attorney general. Large speculation has been made about what exactly the content is, but I will say that the Republicans feel vindicated because there are no further indictments regarding speculation, and some people are saying, well, you can't indict a sitting president, but no one around him was indicted. So it is looking like that is, although Democrats are fighting to make sure that the entire report is released. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know crap about crap, so do that. That's such a thing in basketball. It's like if you miss the first free throw, you're at least going to make the second one. That's kind of weird. Is there some strategy to that? I feel like there probably is. Because then, no, that wouldn't make sense, though. I don't know. In sports, I'm going to be very egocentric with sports this week, because my University of Cincinnati Bearcats, my alma mater, was defeated in a game they were favored to win against the Iowa Hawkeyes. And they absolutely earned it. UC, I believe, was leading by 13 at one point, and I gotta say, Iowa, they hung in there, and, oh, geez, was that a pass, or was that, I don't know. I keep on saying this, I'm as excited for March Madness basketball as any guy who only really starts paying attention in mid-February can be. I wish I could say I cared enough about it, and I want to care more because I'm sick of being this guy who loves the NFL and that's about it. And even then, I'm not like an expert on football, but the game is just so thrilling. The violence is awesome, the competitiveness. But I hate to say it, but I think basketball is my second favorite sport. Football, I mean, in terms of watching it and the entertainment value, is number 1. But, oh geez, look at that. you're just looking silly. Is he going to go for the dunk? No, he's going to go for the layup, and he's going to get it. Maybe I talked about this last week, but I was at a fast food restaurant, Culver's, which is like sort of a casual fast food restaurant. And there was this dude who was watching Tennessee play Kentucky, and we were in Kentucky while we were eating it, while we were having our food, and he had a Culver's shirt on and everything, and he just started yelling, he's dropping all these F-bombs, and I'm like, dude, you're an employee. I would get fired if I was doing the job you're doing right now. I don't know. It was a good time. What's going on in pop culture? I haven't seen this yet. Let's go. I feel like the method I use to look up pop culture news is extremely not good. Pop culture news. Let's see what comes up. Because last week, I believe, was when I talked about all of the Game of Thrones actress says she almost died from brain aneurysm. That's bad. Exploring new things. What is juuling? I don't know what that is. Wendy Williams reveals she has been staying in a sober home battling addiction. She's funny. I think that's the person I know. Jussie Smollett pleads not guilty to all charges accusing him of staging attack. Alright. The Empire actor is being charged with 16 counts of disorderly conduct and making false reports. Empire actor Jussie Smollett pleaded not guilty during a briefing hearing before Cook County Circuit Judge Stephen Watkins. Smollett's defense was handed a copy of the indictments against him, and the actor agreed to be in court for every hearing. The judge also granted Smollett permission to travel freely to New York and California to meet with his attorneys there. The 36-year-old Smollett, who wore a blue suit and fashioned overcoat on Thursday, declined to answer. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Let me go ahead and hit the pause button here. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. It's honestly probably a good thing that I got that call, because I was rattling on about another controversial issue, and really we don't need any of that. Let's go ahead and roll right into the rambling section. It's kind of funny that I don't know how there's got to be some sort of psychoanalysis to how I perform this. The fact that, I don't know, privacy is crazy. And I gotta say, this was the third year that I went to give up alcohol as, during Lent, and I failed this time. 2 years in a row I did it. Third year, I was like, I don't know. Because my job enables me to work from home offensive rebound. There you go. We're going to pass it. He's going to run in. He's going to give it to the guy. He's going to go for the layup, and he's going to miss it. Defensive rebound. Iowa Hawkeyes are still down 26-14. I had a great evening with my lady last night. We saw a cat. Part of me, I think I'll tweet out a photo of that if anyone's interested, if anyone's listening out there. I doubt they are. And Tennessee just drains the three-pointer to put themselves up 29-14. Oh, geez, from downtown. It's got to be difficult to shoot from that far. Whew. Tennessee is on a rampage. That's what I was talking about, though, how when I was at that casual fast food restaurant, and that dude was just screaming and yelling, "We got a F and G, F and D it." It's like, not that I'm opposed to swear words, but, this dude was really going all after it. I need to find a new topic. I really do. So what's the deal with digital antennas? And furthermore, what's the deal with me going to library? What's the deal with libraries being closed on Sundays? Because some new trend that I've found that I really enjoy is that I didn't realize that my local library, and by the way, I've lied before, but I'm finally moving out of my G-dang parents' house. Yeah, I'm frickin' 24. I will say this, I've never, until the past month or so, lived in my parents' house, and not either. Until the past few months, I've always lived in my parents' house while going to school. I've always been in college. And I wasted my first 5 years, really, of college getting a useless bachelor's degree. Then I'm like, oh, let's go into even more debt to be an attorney. And that was a good decision I made to avoid that. And I really enjoy what I'm doing now. I think I've talked about it, how I got that job that I do now. I think I'm very fortunate. I need to get better. I know full well I need to get better at what I'm doing. And there are certain days where I feel as though I'm making rookie mistakes, and as if maybe I'm not putting as much effort forward as I do, because depending on who I'm working with, I don't know. I gotta hit the pause button here again. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm back. It's been about probably an hour and a half since I last was on this thing. I'm gonna keep rambling. Like I said, if someone actually listens to this show and they feel upset by the content quality, feel free to tweet me at James Freel Show on Twitter. Alright, with that said, let's roll back along with this this game. I think it was last week. Or maybe it was. I don't know if it was. I saw that movie. I've been watching a lot of movies this week. A lot of old, good movies. Double Indemnity is really, really good. Then I watched Rope by Alfred Hitchcock. That was a really good movie. What else? Then I watched Vertigo, which that word in and of itself makes me feel a little queasy. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. Still watching Tennessee playing Iowa. At the moment, there's 18 minutes and 50 seconds left. Tennessee is up 49-32. In March Madness basketball, I'm pretty sure it's the 4th time I mentioned how that Kentucky fan was screaming about Tennessee. You know who's a Tennessee fan? It's that Dave Ramsey dude. And I've been totally following his money plan. What's the deal with the shot clock for an offensive rebound? I have no clue. I remember one time when I was in high school, and it wasn't called marching band, it was called pep band. And I don't know, you got to show up and do your thing. I messaged one of my guys who in high school we made some great YouTube videos. He's a genius at it, and he just makes me nostalgic for the time back in high school, back when you didn't have any problems. And I don't know, he just made some great quality content. And I've put him in charge. I messaged him last night about how, is this guy gonna dunk? Yeah, he did. That was kind of a good dunk. He wasn't show-offy about it. He just did it. And this guy's getting up like, where's my foul, man? Where is it? And he batted it off. Maybe that's a foul. I think I've said before on the show, I have no clue what the fouling system is in basketball. Oh my gosh, that coach pushed one of his players back, which I guess kind of makes sense. I don't know. I'm kind of saying it because I'm rooting for the underdog. They're still down 49-32. We got a lot of good basketball coming up, though. The Hawkeyes have the ball. They're gonna pass. I looked up what a screen was in basketball. How do you defend against the screen? I don't know. Could not tell you. And now it's 51-32. This game's getting ugly. Three-pointer. Oh, man. You know, I'm enjoying basketball, and I kind of miss high school basketball. I remember my freshman year. My high school basketball team went 0-20. They did not win a single game, and it's like, hey, I'd rather they do that than go like 4-16, because at least 0-20 is memorable. You know, we were never that good. We weren't. I gotta say that, I kind of let myself down here, because the last 3 years, started 2017 and 2018, I successfully gave up alcohol over Lent, and I started this year, and I did not make. And you know, the excuse that I have for not making it is not really in any way, shape, or form a good one. I don't know. I just didn't make it. Plain, clear, and simple. I didn't. And I could get into the details of why, but who knows? What time is it? It's 1:34. Cool. I bought a cigar the other day, and I gotta say, I was at this tobacco shop, and the people who sold me the tobacco, I'm taking the springs off of this, seeing if it still works. Oh, I kind of like it like that. I say I like it like that. I'm probably gonna put it back. Oh shoot. No, the people who sold me the cigars were far more, how do I use the word? More strict about my ID and more persistent about it than anyone who I've ever bought booze from. And my guess would be is because, I don't know, booze is just so much more common to buy, and people just get sick of constantly having to be asking for IDs. I don't know, I got all the springs back on. Like I said, I don't know. Oh, look, here's a commercial for the car that I drive. There's music going on in the background. I've been using Apple CarPlay, and I am satisfied with it. You know what I really miss is Red Dead Redemption 2. The fact that I finished it, and yesterday I watched a video. There was the epilogue, and I never finished the epilogue. I felt like that was just bonus play. And apparently I find out that in the epilogue you catch up with Dutch and he's still hanging out with Micah. And I guess I just misunderstood what the epilogue would be. Stop miking up parents' fathers in college basketball and college sports. I don't know, maybe keep doing it, I don't know. That's what I said about reading local newspapers, is going down memory lane and seeing what's what and all that jazz. I was closing the gap a little bit. They're down 51-37. Still a lot of basketball to be played left. I don't know. This is, I wonder how many times I've said, I don't know. Probably more than is necessary. Guy's shooting the free throw, and he sinks it. It's kind of interesting that they put that box there. So yesterday, I was at the grocery store, and right now, this should have been the pop culture story. Coca-Cola has released that new orange vanilla flavor. You know, it was too much for them to go with the orange flavor. They had to go orange vanilla. Okay, fine. Whatever. I'll play ball. You know, I don't drink soda a whole lot. I'd probably drink it as much as the average American who tries to stay away from it drinks it. If I am drinking it, I try to treat it as a treat and not as a beverage. If I'm drinking soda, it's supposed to be a special occasion. I probably drink it 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. So let me give you that for context. So I'm there at the grocery store, and they got all of those cylinder cooler things set up all throughout the store. And they got like these Red Bull shaped 12-ounce cans of Coca-Cola, but they're supposedly the orange flavor, and they say, hey, try a 12-ounce for only 79 cents. Give it a try. And I'm like, you know what? I've been watching TV. It's March Madness season. I'm sure that's totally unrelated. I'll give it a try for only 79 cents. I look in, and I'm in the soda section, and it's empty. The whole thing's empty. It's got the sign up. Well, that's a lie. It wasn't empty. It was full of cherry cola, 12-ounce Red Bull shaped things. And wow, it's a good offensive rebound. And look at that layup. All right, so I do that. Wow, I was making. You know what? They're my team right now because they beat my guys, but they weren't douches about it. I saw the guy afterwards after they had beaten UC, and the players were all like sad about it. And the guy was just like, you know what? Hey, UC was a great team. He gave us the feeling of like, hey, the whole season wasn't for loss, because I remember a lot of people saying that you know, we'll be lucky if we even make the tournament this year. You know, we made it 9 seasons in a row. We're one of only 6, or I think 8 or 9 teams to have made it that far. I don't know. But oh, look at, holy crap, they're now within 9 points, 53-44. Look at that, Iowa Hawkeyes. All right, let me get back onto my story. So, look at me pretending to have a Boston accent. I don't have one, but I admire the accent, and I think it puts me in a better mindset to be doing a show like this. Oh, darn. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for it. Even though I have Tennessee in the Final Four. In the championship game, my prediction is Duke versus Tennessee. So we'll see how that goes. But regardless, was Butler even in it this year? I don't know. We got a 2-point shot and sinks it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Anyway, so I'm in the soda section. The thing's only filled with the cherry cokes. And I'm like, you know what? I was in the soda section. Not a big deal. Let's continue on. I've seen these things all over the store. I saw it in the snack section. Let me just check it out. Alright, so I go there to further in the snack section. And I look at that one. That one's empty too. And I'm just like, geez. All these places seem to be empty. Let me look at those cameras they got. Oh, excuse me, getting a little drowsy here. What time is it? 1:41. Keep going on. Nick, they shut his show down. DePaula probably has something to say about this. I don't know. So I go to the self-checkout, and I had already bought one of those alcoholic tea drinks, Twisted Tea. Those things are pretty good. I think they do a pretty good job of covering up the taste of alcohol. Sipping on a Bud Light right now. You know, any suburban city you go to, you're gonna wind up seeing something like that. There's gonna be a couple there with blonde spiked hair, drinking 2 16-pint bottle Bud Lights. And look at the dunk, just got dunked on. So to end my story, I get to the self-checkout, and I see, alright, well, if there's nothing in here, they must be out store-wide. And lo and behold, they are completely out. So, I was buying my girl some combos, because I had messaged her and said, hey, do you want a snack? And she says yes, and she gets suspicious that I'm buttering her up. And to an extent I kind of was, because she knew I was trying to give up alcohol over Lent, and I wound up totally not doing that. You know, do I need alcohol to have a fun time? No, but it helps. It does, and that in and of itself is probably not a good thing. This is one of those really drunk episodes of the James Freel Show. But fortunately, no one ever listens to this show, so I really don't have to worry about it at all. There's that channel on the YouTube. What time am I at? I'm at 26 and 19 seconds. There's this one dude who I share real names with, that once I get my real place and I am moving out, and I'm happy to move out before I'm 25, okay? Just gotta say that, because I mean, I already felt like a pretty big loser for still being with my parents, although I will say I was in school the whole time, except these past few months I have a real job. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. I have a great boss. So far, it seems that I do. I enjoy the one aspect of the job is hearing people complain about their boss and saying like, oh, well, he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that. And he's trying to play hardball, and that makes it weird. And, you know, I can see both sides, but so far, my perspective on a lot of things is it could always be worse. And to be fair, this is my first real job. It took me this long, and it could be much, much worse. So, I don't know. And lastly, I don't know. But I enjoy the drama, and I gotta keep working hard, and I gotta get better. And I also gotta get better at sitting around and saying I gotta get better. I can't just like look at how I did this week and be like, oh, well, I gotta get better. No, I have to work harder. You know, life is what it is. So, do with that information what you see appropriate. Jeez, I sound like I'm imitating not only a Boston accent, but Woody Allen if he visited Boston. That's what kind of annoys me about the Woody Allen type of people. And I love Woody Allen's movies, but just what annoys me about people from New York is like the moment they can't do exactly what they want to do or what they can do in New York, that means the place they're visiting automatically sucks. Like, yo, I was in Buffalo, New York, and I couldn't get good linguine. What's the deal with that? I don't know. I'm talking out of my butt right now. Oh, look at that. Defensive rebound. How far are they down? They're down by, I think, 17 points. No, 13. Ooh, that was a fail of a dunk, but a really good offensive rebound in your boy's humble opinion. And like I said, I have never in my entire life understood the fouling system in basketball. Jeez, you were right there. Come on, if I had your skill set, who knows? Who knows what would have happened? Hey, for my bachelor party, we're going to be making a pretty decent, just a good old buddy friends film, the way we made in high school back when we make these silly skits. I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be great. So hey, thank you for listening to the James Freel Show. That's the podcast for this week, and I will see you next week.
Bye.